Welcome back. Another unboxing. This is Christmas Day in the US. I've actually had this stuff down in my shop for a few days, but felt more appropriate to open it and do the unboxing today. I suppose rather than like Secret Santa or anything like that, this would be Self Santa. This is stuff that I bought for myself because, well, it's Christmas and I wanted it. Therefore, ta-da! Now, this was all bought through Home Depot. They had a really good deal on buy a combo kit and you get extra parts free. So this is the combo kit. Ooh, all kinds of good stuff. All right. Nice packing to start. It all comes out all as one. Okay. Let's saw blade. Operator's manuals for all of the stuff. In case you couldn't guess from the saw blade, I got a circular saw. Okay. Get that out later. Overall, it looks nice. Feels okay in the hand. I've never actually owned a circular saw before, so I'm guessing. Okay, and an impact driver. Now at work, we actually use Ryobi drills and a few things like that. I've found them to be decent quality overall. They do what they need to do when you need them to do them, and they seem to be fairly reliable. Battery charger. And when you're starting to buy tools, there reaches a point, especially with the cordless, where eventually you're going to have to lock down one brand so that all your batteries fit everything. All the experience I have with power tools, cordless tools, and things like that has mostly been Ryobi, and I've found them to be decent, reliable, relatively affordable. So I decided to go with that when starting my full toolkit. And a regular cordless drill. And then the initial combo kit comes with two batteries. A 2 amp hour and a 3 amp hour. I want to say, for the most part, we use the 3 and 4 amp hour ones at work, and unless you're doing heavy duty construction, if you're just putting together something around the house or whatever, those should be more than enough. Oh, belt hangers, I believe. Okay. At first, I really didn't like the color of everything Ryobi, but it's growing on me. It really is. It's distinct, and yet absolutely positively not a sponsored video. I don't have nearly the viewership or subscriptions to warrant that, but hey, Ryobi, if you're watching, hook a brother up. I mainly put this this kit together based on the project I plan on working on. And I will need at certain points in time, I'll need the drill, and then 10 seconds later, I'll need the impact driver, and then I'll need the circular saw, and I don't want to have to be swapping a battery in and out of the charger and in and out of this tool to that tool to this tool to that tool in order to keep the workflow going. So again, I designed the combination kit kind of based on the projects I plan on doing. And then last but not least, a brushless improved performance and life cordless angle grinder. I already do have an angle grinder, a Harbor Freight El Cheapo. Oh, well, that's neat. Okay. This is the blade or the bit, I forget what they call it on the angle grinder, change out tool. Although they chose to put it in the side handle that people mostly pull off. We'll see. Okay. Overall, as far as packing goes, I suppose since it's an unboxing, I should mention everything. You've been seeing me toss away the cardboard and the bits and the pieces and the packing. Everything's packaged fairly standard. It's not all pretty like an Apple product, but it's functional, durable, and you're buying tools, not toys. So this is good. Ooh. Hmm. 4.5 type 1. 4.5 type 27. Okay. I don't know what that means yet. But without looking at the instructions at all, I'm able to look and go, okay, it comes off when you do this. And rotates when you do that. That's a really... Oh, it's okay. This is more shielded on this side. So I'm assuming this is more for cutting into rather than this one, which is probably more for sanding and grinding. Okay. Nice that they included both of those. That's helpful. That's got a pretty good balance to it. You're going to get some rotational force when things spinning up, but it feels like it lines up nicely. And if you keep this on here, and I'm sure there's a warning somewhere in the instructions that say you're supposed to keep this on here. That's got a good heft to it. That's got a good balance. And I approve so far. Cardboard, more instructions, and a grinding disc. Oh, a couple of different discs, probably one cutting, one grinding, one for each of the blade guards. That's my guess, at least. Okay. 18 volt brushless 4.5 inch cutoff tool grinder up to 10,400 RPM, 60% more speed, and tool free guards. That's the tool free guards. One for cutting, one for grinding, as I had guessed. Well, basically this is my Christmas to me. I'm going to take a little while, go through. I actually do read instruction manuals and things like that. I'm going to take a little while to kind of go through those, see what else I can find out about these things that I just purchased and how to properly use them, and then I'll probably go online and watch a bunch of YouTube on how to use them, safety practices. I mean, I already know enough about like wear your safety goggles and things like that when you're operating anything with high speeds, etc. And we'll see how much of that is based on reality and how much of that is based on lawyers not wanting to get Ryobi sued. So I usually try to clean up a little bit before I film anything in here, but this is kind of the point. My next big long-term project, long-term as in at least a few months, will be to completely clean and organize this. But this is my current workshop. It is 15 foot by 12 foot maybe ish. There's not a whole lot to it right now. That wall all through here is just the plastic storage shelves with a bunch of pegboard zip tied to everything. It's not meant to be a wall, it's meant to be a cat barrier. At one point we had 4 cats in the house. We're down to 1, but I wanted an area that was cat proof or cat resistant at least. So I just needed a barricade there. I could leave things out in there that a cat's not going to be able to mess with. Those of you with pets or small children will probably understand that if you leave sharp, pokey objects out and about, I just left a saw blade sitting in there. If you have pets, small children, you know they're going to find that saw blade. So I needed a place that I could at least close the door and leave it. My plan is to take over this space and actually make a larger workshop. That will mean building a internal non-load bearing wall right about there, going from the little wall between the door and the stairs and cutting straight across. This is not a tall ceiling, and I've got some challenges to work with, some ventilation, some pipes, and all that kind of stuff that I'll have to work around. But before I even get to the wall building stage, you can already see some of it on here. That concrete is just flaking off. The paint is 20, 30 years old, and it wasn't done very well to begin with. So what I did in my workshop area that's already done was took a drill and a wire wheel to the spots like that to get it down to bare concrete, patch the concrete, then paint the concrete, in this case white or something significantly lighter than black. Why the walls have been painted black, I don't know. They've been like this since before I moved into this house. That's my long-term plan, is to expand my workshop out into this general storage area that is just being used for long-term crap that we don't want to deal with. My new toolkit is a workshop building toolkit. So, come along for the ride. This was not a very well planned out video. I realize that, but, well, I'm still working on it. I just wanted to film this mainly because I wanted to unpack all my new toys and see them, and I figured this is a good YouTube opportunity. So, Merry Christmas to everybody in the US. Everybody else, I don't really know when your Christmas is or if you celebrate Christmas, but happy holidays. Enjoy.